And anger has a tendency to simmer beneath the surface in our lives. Wow. We see a flashpoint, but the flashpoint didn't happen instantly. The flashpoint typically is the result of a long-standing rub that happened over time, exposing something in our heart. And eventually, when the opportunity was right, when we'd had enough, when we couldn't control it anymore, we said something, we did something, we lashed out in that moment of anger, and we brought harm to our lives and the lives of people around us. Or on the flip side, someone else lashed out in their anger, and they did something, said something to harm us and to bring injury into our world. And if you look around in the culture, we are an angry culture. Now, we're all holding it in pretty good. But as soon as somebody pulls out in front of your lane on the freeway, you realize there's something boiling underneath the surface, because, it's just not that big a deal that a car got in front of you on the freeway. The bigger deal is what's been simmering underneath all that time, that you took the opportunity in that moment to flash out in anger about. I was reading an article in Time magazine recently about the fact that our adolescent generation is crippled by anxiety. Cover story on Time magazine. And of all the things in it, this one thing seemed to me to summarize a lot of what I see in what they call the millennial generation. Now, I don't want to lump everybody into any one grand category. I don't believe in that. But I have seen the evidence of this in our culture. And this is what the writer, one of the people quoted in the article, said. If you wanted to create an environment to churn out really angsty people, we've done it. And the person they're quoting is an important director of research at Cornell on self-injury and recovery. Sure, parental micromanaging can be a factor, as can school stress. But this person doesn't think those things are the main drivers of this epidemic. Quote, it's that this adolescent generation, and so that's good that most of us are maybe not in the adolescent generation, so we can take the pressure off of our own lives and just talk about them for a minute, that they are listen to this quote, they are in a cauldron of stimulus that they can't get away from, or don't want to get away from, or don't know how to get away from, end quote. And the result of it is an underlying angst, she says. An underlying frustration that's rubbing at the heart of them. And then you see it flash out and work its way out in different forms in their lives. And that was true when David came to the valley to face Goliath. Anger was in the story.